$30 ETBs and $100 booster boxes seem to be the norm lately. However, in 2023, we have some big changes. Alongside with this new era of Pokemon, MSRP is increasing. So today we're going to break down what to expect with prices going forward. What's up, everyone? If this is your first time to the channel, I'm Cody from Sellig's Pokemart. We do operate a small online LGS. If you'd like to support the channel or the store, you could head on over to the link in the description below where you can do that. If you do like this type of content, make sure you do me a solid. Smash that like button. It's completely free. Subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't already, make sure you smash that notification bell. That way you're notified every time I upload new content. MSRP is going up, starting with Scarlet and Violet. It's not ideal, I understand that. However, with the cost of materials going up, the economy, it was coming eventually. So, how do we deal with that? What do we expect? Well, being a store owner, I do have a little bit of inside information that I can share with you. First off, we're here on Pokemon Center because Pokemon Center will always charge you MSRP no matter what. They don't really do deals often. They don't liquidate stuff typically. If you're concerned that a store might be ripping you off, come back to here to see if that's actually the case, because clearly here 161.64 is the new MSRP on the booster box display. So if you do start seeing prices starting to go up a little bit, this is why. With that new price point, now stores have to start paying a little bit more as well. So I have a little bit of inside information here. I'm sure a lot of you already understand typically a store is going to pay a little bit less than what you're going to pay, because there's got to be that room for profit for the store to even be operational. So before, we were used to stores paying about $25 for an ETB, and about $88 was about the norm for a booster box for a store to pay for. And I know that might sound a little bit crazy, because you can actually find booster boxes on the market, the secondary market, for $88. You were able to find them for under $88 even for some of the less desired sets before we started going through this scarcity of booster boxes. But with that said, that's all changing now. We can't get booster boxes for $88, $90 anymore. That's long gone. So those days of $100 booster boxes or less, I'm afraid, are gone at this point. So when you see stores putting their pre-orders up and you're wondering, like, what's going on? Like, are they crazy? Are they off their rails? Why are they asking $40 for an ETB when clearly ETBs have been selling consistently for $30 for the last year? Or why is that store asking $120 for a booster box when everyone else out there has sold these for $100 to $110 a booster box? This is exactly why. So now stores are going to be paying close to $100 a booster box. That's the wholesale rate at this point. Now, keep in mind, some of these prices can vary by maybe $1 or so, maybe a couple cents here and there, because not every single distributor is going to charge identical pricing. Some distributors handle their accounts a little bit differently. There are some distributors that will give you better discounts if you're a very high volume customer. There are some that are very fixed with their prices, and they're just firm. You know, that's the price they want, and you either pay it or you don't get product for your store. That's how it works. We're going to be looking at around $100 a booster box. So right now, I honestly think that if you see booster boxes around the $110 to $115 mark, that's going to be the normal now. That's going to be what is considered a low price for a booster box at this point. So, because you got to understand that you got to also give the store a little bit of room for fees and stuff like that as well. So that puts it right around the normal profit margin that you would expect for a store to have to price their product. You might find some errors. I would expect to see a lot of errors out there right now. With the MSRP changing, it's very likely some stores might be undervaluing their products with without taking into consideration that they're being charged more for these products. So if you start seeing like $100, $105 booster boxes, it's a very good chance that the store did not take into account that they're being charged another extra $10 to $15 per booster box from distribution at this point. So you need to keep that in mind. It's very, very possible you will see some stores doing this until they get back into this new habit. Stores get into this routine where they're like, you know, a new product drops, they put their booster box up for $110 or whatever their price is for a pre-order. They basically have this system in place. That's what we typically do. We charge $110, I think, for new booster box releases. And then if for some reason that we have way too much left over, we will offer some type of deal or something like that to kind of liquidate whatever's left, because it's really difficult for a store to be sitting on too much product because that ties up revenue. So keep that in mind. Now, the new ETB pricing is going to be looking at around $30, which... this is why I'm saying you're not going to be seeing these $30 ETBs as often as you used to. I feel like we're going to be looking at an average of about $40 for new ETBs at this point now. So $40 was the MSRP for the old ETBs from Sword and Shield and downward. However, keep in mind you are getting an extra booster pack and you're getting a promo now as well. So the ETBs you see here on this screen, these are the Pokemon Center exclusive. These are different. So these are going to be more expensive. The regular ETB MSRP is now $49.99. So you're paying, the MSRP went up by $10 on those ETB. That's pretty crazy. That's going to be the new normal. If you ask me, I'd say you're going to see on average stores asking around that $40 price point. You might see a little bit higher even. I mean, considering MSRP is $50. A lot of stores don't even charge MSRP anymore, but the ones, but for the most part, you'll see close to MSRP. So like, you might even see $45 ETBs. Still pretty early on to tell for sure, but I think 40 is going to be the new normal average for these ETBs. I could be wrong. They could sell for more, they could sell for less. However, there's not a ton of profit margin for them to sell for much less at this point. So that's my take on the ETBs. Now, the booster bundles, these have a lot of people don't actually know the MSRP on these, but this is the MSRP, $26.94. Before they were like $24, like 90 something or something like that. It was a weird product because basically, essentially, it is the price of 6 booster packs. The MSRP price of 6 booster packs. That's what the booster bundle is. So the price has gone up for a single booster pack. It's now no longer $3.99 a booster pack. We're looking at $4.49 a booster pack. So basically, essentially, this is the price of 6 booster packs all in one. How much do these cost now? Well, for a store, we're looking at paying $17 now for a booster bundle. So I'm sure you've already noticed that booster bundles don't really go for nothing crazy. It was very common to see these sell for about $18 to $20. So you were usually getting them under MSRP all the time. I would say they might remain relatively close because these are only marked up about $2 more now. So before, stores were paying about $15 for these. Now they're paying about $17. So they're paying about $2 more a box. I'd say, honestly, a normal price range to expect, what I feel like would be very fair, is anything around that $20 to $22 mark. Like I said, you can always refer back to this to see the MSRP if you do feel like someone's being unfair with their pricing. So I feel like 20 to 22 though is a very fair price for these. You might see them go for a little lower if a store gets desperate and has to move them real fast, but that's my guess right there for this product. Now, on to the build and battle products, because we actually don't see them here. Pokemon did not put them up here. So we got the pricing here for the build and battle boxes, and it's looking like the MSRP is going to be about $21.99 for these products now. So they were originally $20 a build and battle box. So they did go up by about $2. I would expect all $20 collection boxes that were previously $20 to be around $21.99 now. That's probably going to be the new for all that. What does this mean as in cost? So a store is going to expect to pay about $13 to $14 per individual box. However, distributors don't sell them by the single boxes, they sell them by the case. So they're going to end up paying somewhere in that range of like about $135 to $140 for a whole sealed display of these build and battle boxes. So I would expect that, before they never really sold for MSRP. MSRP was $20 before. It was very normal to see these sell for about $15 a piece. So it was quite a discount for the customer. Really good deal. I think these are a very underrated product. These are actually one of my top favorite products to open up. I do enjoy the stamped promos inside. What do I think they're going to end up at now? Honestly, I would just say a safe bet is to add another $2 because that's what the store's being charged, an extra $2. So, a safe, fair bet would be this is a $17 product all day long. This is something that should sell for around $17. If they're asking a little higher, that's okay. And that leads me to one of the least desired products that Pokemon puts out. And that's the Build and Battle Stadium. The Build and Battle Stadiums are a complete disaster, if you ask me. I kind of wish Pokemon never even made them. They never put them out. We have the Build and Battle boxes, which, in my opinion, are a better value than the Build and Battle Stadium. Because you get 3 promos versus getting 2 promos for the same price with the Build and Battle Stadium. Okay? These always sold for cost or less. So, if you didn't know, a Build and Battle Stadium MSRP is $59.99. Stores paid about $36 to $37 for these Build and Battle Stadiums. If you look online, most of these sell for about $36 or less. So these stores are literally taking a loss on these products. They are very, very bad products for a store. I feel like people are going to pass on this product even more now that the MSRP price is going up and you're not getting any more for your value. So yes, the MSRP went up on the ETB, but at least you got more for your value. Whereas the Build and Battle Stadiums are going up to about $40 for stores to purchase. The new MSRP, we're looking at $65.99 for the Build and Battle Stadium. So if you didn't like the $60 MSRP, I don't think you're going to like the $66 MSRP. That's just my take, though. I know it's never good news hearing about prices going up. However, Scarlet and Violet is going to be an amazing era. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. So let me know in the comments below what you're most excited about with the release of Scarlet and Violet. And as always, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful day. Let's make like Charizard and keep this passion burning.